So I'm totally okay with you disagreeing with me. But why do you disagree? I want to challenge you to ask yourself a question. Are you committed to the truth or are you committed to Candace Owens? Because there is a stark difference. I know it appears as though, she's getting to the nitty gritty and she's the new it girl and, everyone want to know what she's doing. It's a hand well played. But just because you play your hand well doesn't mean that you're being truthful. Here's something I want to show you because I think he says it better than I do. And then after he's finished, I'm going to share one last thing with you.
We all know that she got called out on the fact that she thought it was Discord messages. And she made hour-long podcasts talking about how Discord said they didn't exist. And then the interviewer was like, well, the indictment says they were texts. And Candace got called out for either not doing research, not reading, lying, or just being fucking stupid. I honestly don't know which one it is. But then she tried to say that the reason she didn't know this was it was only a couple days after Charlie was murdered. She hadn't read the indictment yet. And then, of course, CNN came out and said, it was actually 3 weeks later, and the indictment had already been released. So then Candace admitted it was about 20 days after he passed. But then she tried to say, I told them I wasn't going to answer any questions about Charlie. Candace, let's be real. You're not worth interviewing if they're not talking about Charlie, because it's the only reason you're fucking popular. But anyway, so CNN shit on that idea too. They showed the emails where they said, hey, we told you we were going to ask about Charlie. Right? So not only did she not do her research or just lie to her audience when she said it was Discord messages, because we know that, that's not really fucking debatable. But then claiming that it was only 2 days after, and that's why she hadn't read the indictment. Girl, come on. Did you not think they were going to be like, hey, this is the date we actually did the interview? And then acknowledging that it was 20 days later, but then being like, oh, I told you I was going to answer questions about Charlie. As if CNN gave a fuck about your book. Fucking come on, Candace. The only reason you were getting this interview is because of the shit with Charlie. Seriously, look, here's the thing. Even if you want to believe Candace, even if you want to have her back on this, she has to stop fucking lying.
First of all, let's just go ahead and admit this is not the first lie that we have caught her in. We've caught her in several. Now, if you or Johnny at your job or Sabrina at the restaurant, if they told a white lie, then maybe, that's something. But if it's like the manager or if it's the CEO, and then if it's dealing with lots of people or can influence a lot of people, well, we have a different situation. And the fact that this woman did not read the affidavit, but she's making all these, I'm looking for the truth and I'm the only person, I'm the only person that's going to be honest. I'm the only person looking for the truth. So in other words, that is indirectly, remotely coming after Erica as well, which I have a problem with that, sincerely. But let's just keep it here. So we heard what the gentleman shared, which everyone knows at this point. But this is not the first one and the only one. I mean, we knew about the whole BB and her touting, well, he would never, and why don't you just show the whole thing? He took it out of context and da-da-da. I'm the only one. That is so culty, by the way. Culty language. But I want to leave you here. I want to leave it here because this is not even about me trying to bash or trying to, rah, rah, rah. None of that is coming. I'm not trying to throw no smoke. I'm not coming for no smoke. I just want to give you something to think about. Let's say, for instance, hypothetically, let's pretend that everything she had was absolutely credible, 100% authentic, concrete evidence. Where's she going with it? Because according to her, you cannot trust TPUSA. You cannot trust the state of Utah and the governor or the police there. You cannot trust the FBI in any magnitude. You cannot trust the Department of Justice because they're all betrayers and they're all wrong and they're all doing the cover-up and they're all in on it. The only person, according to her, that you can trust is Candace Owens. And you don't see a problem with that?